just as George was saying, how do you crush it 350? Well, you've kind of been doing it on a smaller level. You've been crushing it 30 yards. We're just going to amplify that. So the same thing, we're going to hit it further now. I mean, it's probably not much further than what we've been playing, but we're going to flail it and feel that release. So to get that feeling, notice how fast the handle has to go that way. And what you're doing is you're torquing the club about the shaft this way. You're talking about its centre of mass this way, as opposed to up here. So it's centre of mass of the club that you're talking about, not rotating about the handle centre of mass. Everyone has to control this in terms of how hard is it to control the club head when you're rotating it about the handle this way, rotate it about the centre of mass. Now I've got control of the club head. Now I can move it in a much more controlled way, and I've got control of loft. Now, a shallow angle of attack with a D-loft is going to give you essentially what you're going to be looking for with your longer clubs. So when we talk about driver, you're going to be doing this on the up. Irons down, and then you can rotate it as well, because you know you've got a feeling for rotation. So you can rotate the face. So you're learning to rotate, you're learning to lag, you're learning to orientate the direction of the swing, because when you can rotate this, you can direct it where you like and rotate it. Otherwise, if I only use this to rotate, I'm always going to be ended up around here. So how do I get my swing direction to the right when I need it for the longer clubs? Because I've got to square my club up early enough, but that's going to throw my swing direction right when I'm doing it. But I can shift my swing direction, sorry, left, not right. It's going to, I need to shift my swing direction to the right with a closed face. And notice where my hands are going as the club goes that way, so I can rotate the club. If I can't rotate the club, that's going to go past, it's going to go that way left. And you end up with this look, with the club whipping that way. But you watch all the top players, they go, keep the club outside the hands. Well, if you're rotating that, you can.
Probably where I've spent most of my time in my career is down in this area. To get what I want in the full swing, I'm spending time, just as you for the last 30 minutes, rotating that handle this way, coming down so I get the flexion in that left wrist attached to my rotation. And I hit so many shots that are in the 50-yard range or less to get what I want in my full swing.
Look at that finish.
Right, so I'm flat there, I'm bent here. Look at how much my face is rotated. I'm not hooking it because I have my rotation. I'm into my left. Everything he's talked about today. To get it, I spend most of my time right here. And then I build it up as I want it in the fuller swing, but I'm getting the components organized and getting the feeling of my body and how it's supporting this movement right here, so I can come down and compress the ball and end up like this. And I spend just hours over my career down in this area just working on stuff inside 100 yards with different clubs to get that rotation. Everybody tries to rotate and I finish this way. Yeah.
And notice how that shot came out then.
Like a bullet.
Hot.
Yeah.
So it's like, look how hot it, with a little swing, look how hot it can come, because de-lofting the club. And like Eric said, it's not going left.
It's not going left. That's just a little swing. So if I just keep building it up the plane further and doing more of the body rotation and getting assembled more, but it's all the same movements down in this area, over and over and over, just educating this and getting the feels with my body moving. Brilliant.
Thanks, that was awesome. And then when you, like Eric said, this is the whole day you've been learning all the components and learning how to organise them. And then as you then want to increase the distance, you've got the method. That's what we've been doing all morning, all day. So now you've got the way of ramping this up, amplifying it, without having to go bigger, much different movements to try and get speed, you've got the same refined actions, that repertoire that you can just suddenly amplify by increasing the forces through the body movement. So this is so important, this finer end of the chain here, this is for getting the feel. This should not feel clunky or uncomfortable or unfamiliar. We should be super attuned to this very, very fine, exquisite repertoire that we can develop around here, that we can start to amplify it. Because if we overload a system that we're not really comfortable with already, if we've only got line up one action that we recognise, and then we overload it now because to ramp up the speeds, we've got a release pattern here, or a repertoire, a limited repertoire that really can't take that load that we're going to be asking it to. So we're going to get some of the response. But you saw Eric build it up, and his finish was the same every time. It was like rotated. He was hitting it further and further, but nothing was really changing in terms of his release. Ball was going the same direction, hot to hot. It was like further and further and further, but he was just scaling it up. So you've got the process to scale it up. We're going to, obviously today's just the first day. It's going to be really exciting tomorrow because we're going to be doing this, we're going to be doing some short game. We're going to finish off tomorrow with probably some putting, some nice easy putting to finish off because I've got some great stuff to show with the putting. But we're going to be on here, then we're going to be out there with the drivers. We're going to go through the bag. What I want you to do, guys, is just as Eric did then, have 2 or 3 shots here, firing it in. Maybe one to the back of the green. Then we can they shoot it onto the range, Eric, from here? Is that or just onto here? Oh, they're your own balls, aren't they? Sorry, no.
There are a couple range balls.
Oh, there are a couple of range. If you've got a range ball, fire the range ball over there. It helps them, saves them picking up. Yeah, don't lose your vice ones. Sorry, I'm forgetting not range. So yeah, keep them on the short stuff. Find some space, guys. But if you feel like contributing a premium ball to the range, so guys, just on this lower tier, so everyone can be on the same level. What in effect this is, it's like a strong low chip and run.
Strong low chip and run.
Notice Eric was talking about the finish.
Yeah, go wherever you want.
I never thought about that finish.
Yeah.
That's it, right?
Guys, just remember Eric was talking about the finish as well. Do you recognise your finish? The finish is representative of what the shot you were trying to play. So does the finish match the shot? That's good, Jimmy. Yes, Jimmy. So you can see Jimmy's he's rehearsing his swing to the finish.
Nice.
That's fantastic, guy.
Guy, that's superb.
With a bit of spin on it.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Oh, that's lovely. Just do it again.
Nice.
Baby draw on it too.
It did, and then zipped up when it hit the green. That was awesome.
We'll go out and get it.
Yeah, I'll go and grab them when people have hit.
So not even much backswing. As soon as you take it back through. Go. Yes. Yes.
That quick?
Yeah. There you go. So just a sec, guys. Really interesting. Just watch this, guys. This was really interesting. So the first response was that quick. Okay. Do it again. Practice. Yeah. You're playing a powerful low shot. Good. Don't stop there. I want you to follow through. Take the divot. Good. So this is definitely not too fast. What this is, guys. It's a quick change of direction of your handle, which is what creates the lag effect of the club. That's your loft control for this kind of shot. So you've got to get used to changing direction with the handle. Otherwise, everything's moving as a block. Yeah, that's okay. You can deal off to a 9-iron, but what happens when you want to play different shots, a bit more repertoire to it? Add the repertoire. We're going to struggle. We're going to be limited to one swing with one club. So this is going to let you start to tap into a bit more creativity. We've got to be creative here. we've got to be inventive, but we've got to have a skill set that is adaptable to be inventive with. So what you're doing here is, sometimes guys,
Here you go, George.
what, as I talked about earlier, this is super important.
Jimmy, I'll get this.
So the physical side of it affects the mental side. If your physical skill set's too limited, then what you potentially think you can do mentally is also limited. So you essentially you're putting yourself into a straitjacket with your game because the skill set's not really elaborate enough for you to be creative and inventive with. But what you're doing here is you're exploring different patterns which are going to switch on your visualization and enable you to start to be a little bit exploratory. This is what the fun is in practice, in play. And you can start to use this as a bit of a playground and start to get creative with different releases. The first thing we need to do is, just like we did here, is we need to embrace it and recognise that this is actually required. This is not too fast. This is just a change of direction. It just feels fast. Just have another go for me. Show me that change of direction. Practice swing first. Yeah, shorter swing. Shorter. Yeah. I mean, what an action. So now, just adapt that for the back of the green here. So still the same speed, but you're going to be changing. It's okay, have another go. Have we got another ball?
Thank you.
Once you've got the feel of that change of direction, you can slow it down, but the change of direction, the rate is still the same. Yes, look at that. Yes.
Nice, Jack.
I was more relaxed on that since I realized.
So Jack, yeah,
Speed.
what you're doing is you're relaxing, but you're recognising, yeah, the intention of the movement, the pattern. So now he's able to play around with the tempo of it, but he's got a feel of what leads what.
Oh, that's good. That was leading all the way.
One more.
Good action.
Go on, Jack,
That
show
works.
us. Go on, Jack.
All right, how about that one?
Well done. Got back.
So you'll be able to,
That'd be fun practicing.
Yeah, it's going to be fun practicing, exactly. So here, exploring that feeling, because this is what we're going to need in the full swing. So guys, everyone have a couple of shots, playing around to the back of the green.
Tailor-made, anyone?
Tailor-made.
Down the way.
Any takers?
Down here.
Tailor-made. Another practice, so not as much backswing now. More, let's use our follow through, just like throwing. Straight, much earlier to the target with the handle here. So as we tap it, yeah, that's what's going. Good, and again, more, drag it back. Yes. So more follow through, really be aggressive on the way through.
Good action.
Yes. That was better. That was awesome. There we go. Go on, trust it. You can commit to that finish. It was brilliant. Look at that. That's awesome.
It's coming over this way.
Fantastic. Different feel.
Yeah, that was great.
That was brilliant. Lovely contact. Okay, Glenn.
Yeah, because you want, like, when they put you
Practice
in the
swing.
magazine and you're here, you want to be able to basically tell what shot you just hit.
It's good.
Some more of this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
On the way through. We'll get it.
That one.
Those are good. Yeah. That felt good. Different feeling. I just got to regulate it, like you say.
It's quick.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. More assertive.
Yeah, around the greens,
And-
I've always been like a,
Yeah.
but I like the two things. High one, low one.
Exactly.
That's all I need.
Of course it is. And then
I'll
you can
play
play
most of the low anyway.
and you can play, and then you can play around. Glenn, it's not as far. It's just on the edge. Just about there now on your right.
Actually, all of a sudden I lost my chicken.
Not as far as that. Back this way, Glenn.
Just brushing the grass.
That's just right of where he is. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So,
I wasn't getting back to my.
look with two clubs and things like this, but we're going to today. The most important thing is that you've got a feel of using this.
Yeah.
That's so
Short game
important.
things.
Yeah, look at that.
And I think this helped today.
Yeah.
It didn't translate to perfection right away, but
Guys. Top range. Top range.
top right.
Roger.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, couple more guys. Everyone have a few shots at George. So we got to keep the handle going. So you'll be able to recognise the difference.
Backwards really well.
Yeah, so you just stopped and the club head went. If you've got to just keep the change of direction going.
She's doing great with that.
You got one 100-yard shot. How many hole locations am I going to get to versus you're going to hope to get?
That's great, Stan.
Yeah.
That's better. Well done, Cheryl.
Spins and shapes and
I missed George coming.
yeah.
You'll get him.
Just takes exploration of body movements and playing around with it.
May not have been at the back of the green. Sandwich after years.
Yeah.
That's fantastic, Stan. Well done.
No, because your body tried to do it.
3 steps from the back edge, like there. You're gonna carry it like to the yellow ball about, or even closer.
Just back to Stan.
Yeah, I mean, I want as small a swing as possible. Right. So if we got the whole length of the green to work with, yeah, I'm gonna hit a pitch probably short of that yellow ball. With your gap weight? Probably my gap weight. Again, depending on what pace I want the ball to get to the back edge with. Right.
Every once in a while I start getting lazy.
Again,
and
I'm
I
always
start staying on the back
sneaking up on the hole.
Me too.
Right. So I'm always.
I know what I'm doing.
Never in danger of if over's no good, I'm just always getting up to it.
Okay, Stan, just have another go. Show me the difference. I've got a ball for Stan. Just watch this, guys. This is it's very typical what you feel you're doing and what actually happens when the ball's there.
And it's tailor-made as well.
So typically we're very similar in a way that your exercises. This is why your practice swing's never the same. That rehearsal swing needs to by thinking of it as a rehearsal swing, we're getting closer to the actual swing. But if you think of it as a practice swing, that's all it's ever going to be.
Oh,
but let's make a rehearsal and just look how much his handle moves on his rehearsal. So really drag it, and you can explore. Hey, more than that, you can really flail it back. More, feel the handle drag first. Yes. Okay, then we can feel that change of direction in the shot. So now let's play the shot, Stan, with that change of direction. That was fantastic. Same action, back and through. Awesome.
Nice one,
And
Stan.
notice with the actual swing, it was far less. So notice you probably not even notice that, but to Stan, that felt like he was probably doing this.
Oh yeah.
But in real terms, a trained eye, we're looking for it. We could recognise it, but you wouldn't even notice that. So these guys are so in tune with the club. So that's what you would call, maybe that's what someone would look at and go, that's relaxed. Now it's not really, I guess you're not gripping really relaxed for this. It's kind of you just probably not even thought of grip
I
tension.
didn't even think about it.
So he's not even thought of grip tension. So how's he got? how's he got this nice free-flowing action and he's not even got the grip tension?
Like I see the.
He didn't need a loose grip because the intention was to change direction quickly. So there's a certain grip tension that's required, but he didn't have to think about it because he had an intention behind his movement. Everything else organises around that. So you had a firm intention, a clear intention of how you're going to move to execute the shot, and the body just adapts naturally to perform it for you. Show us again, Stan. Let's have another go, because that was.
No, leave that lie. Oh, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That's awful.
So now you need that. You really need. You can do it because you can present the leading edge.
Really?
because You've got to just. Because you can hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a
That's
shot.
good.
Shot.
Stan, that is awesome.
Yeah, good shot.
We'll finish on that one.
Good.
Well done, guys.
All right, let's take the death march back to the bags.
Well done, guys. Brilliant.